Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 4 of This Week in Raider Baseball. I'm Nick Rush, and today we are going to discuss last week, which featured a busy and very important 3 games for the Riverdale Raiders Varsity Baseball Club. We will also discuss our pair of games this week, which will consist of a Tuesday night rivalry matchup against the Gulf Coast Sharks, as well as a trip to Naples High School to take on the Golden Eagles this Thursday. Let's begin today's episode with a look at Class 7A District 11, the division of your Riverdale Raiders. At the top, it's the 10-4 Gulf Coast Sharks. Underneath them are the 500 7-7 Riverdale Raiders. And as we head towards the bottom, you have the 7-8 Fort Myers Green Wave, and last are the 4-7 Charlotte Tarpons. And you can imagine how big of a deal Tuesday night's ballgame has to be for Riverdale, as for quite a while now, the Raiders have been fighting with the Sharks for that top spot in the division. It is also a ball game to not sneeze at also because this is the final home game of the regular season for the Raiders, so they want to leave Pringle Field on a high note. Anyhow, Riverdale has also locked in a home playoff game, so whether the team wins or loses on Tuesday night, the 2015 season will live to see another game at Riverdale High School. The Raiders are 3-2 when facing off against teams in Class 7A District 11, while the Sharks are 3-1 when playing divisional foes. Last week did not help the Raiders much regarding the standings as they went 1-2 over the course of 3 matchups. It started last Tuesday when they were defeated in 8 innings by the Heritage Mountaineers of Tennessee by a 6-5 outcome. Riverdale rebounded with a blowout 12-0 victory at the East Lee County Jaguars, but could not start up a winning streak a night later as they fell victim to the Charlotte Tarpons being shut out by a 4-0 score. And when you look at the season schedule from here on out, there are 11 more games to go until the end of the baseball season, including tonight. This consists of 1 home game, 3 road games, and 7 tournament contests for the Raiders. And one of those tournaments are just about to kick off at the beginning of next week, as the team will travel up to Bradenton and will play 4 games as a part of the IMG National Classic at the IMG Academy. The 4 contests will operate from March 30th to April 2nd. As of right now, there is only one scheduled opponent, and that is the East Lake Eagles of Tarpon Springs, Florida. The Eagles are a team that you must take seriously, especially when you consider the fact that they made it all the way to the championship round of the Class 7A 2014 FHSAA Baseball Finals. The Eagles thus far this season are 11 wins and 4 losses, and that is going to be a busy week for the Raiders, as they will play all 4 of those games in 4 days. And when you compare it to your usual 2 games a week during the regular season, that is quite a busy week. The distance from Riverdale and the IMG Academy is 1 hour and 31 minutes. So keep in mind, Riverdale will start off the week tonight playing against the Gulf Coast Sharks and will go on the road to face Naples High School. Afterwards, they are off to Bradenton in Central Florida for the IMG National Classic. Also remember that tonight's game is the final home matchup of the regular season for Riverdale. So if you would like to come out to this evening's game, tickets start at just $4 and the first pitch will be thrown at 7 p.m. If you cannot make it out to the contest, then remember that there will be an audio broadcast hosted by yours truly, Nick Rush, which will be posted on YouTube after the conclusion of the game. You can find the games just by typing Riverdale Raider Baseball in the search bar. Also, Riverdale students, staff, alumni, and fans, be sure to give Riverdale High School a follow on social media. The school is currently on websites such as Twitter, Instagram, Vine, YouTube, and much more. You can find us under the name Riverdale Reads. But for now, that will do it for today's episode of This Week in Raider Baseball. This is Nick Rush saying thanks for listening, and we hope that you can join us for Raider Baseball this week.